it's Linda here. Thanks so much for joining me today as I play with these goodies for a fun little interactive card. So first of all, I'm making a pretty little pastel cloudy sky here with some rainbow colours and the MFT cloud stencil. So just lightly sponging on all the rainbow colours and wiping off with a baby wipe in between each colour. So I started off with Festive berries, and then I'm moving on to spiced marmalade, and then I think it's Mowed lawn and Mermaid Lagoon, if I remember correctly. So using my little mini ink applicator there and just a fairly light hand. You could go, of course, much darker if you wanted to, but I was looking for a fairly subtle background today so that my little friendly fox would really be the star of the show on the front. My background is all sponged up and ready, so I'm going to cut some grass now. I have this precious Marmalade, not sure how to pronounce that, but it is a little grass die from that company. It's called Grass Border, and I'm just cutting it out of two colours, and as you can see, you can move it along to cut a longer strip. You don't just have to be done with, you know, the length of the border die. You can move it along and get a longer strip to suit the size of your card. So I've done that in two colours of green, a darker green and a more light lime green, and then I'm going to stick those down on my card front. Okay, and now it's time for our little friendly fox. My goodness, I love this little fellow. I've made a lot of bookmarks already, which you've probably seen on my YouTube channel and blog. And today I wanted to add a little action wobble to him to make him a little interactive fellow on the front of my birthday card. So cutting out all the pieces, his main body parts are cut from the Lawn Fawn Perfectly Plaid or Plaid Rainbow 6x6 pad, and you can see here I'm just adding his little arms. There's little spots there on the die cut that actually show you where you should stick those, and using my liquid adhesive to add all his little parts together. And then with my new little makeup brushes, this tiny little one is great for adding just a little bit of detail, a little bit of pink to his inner ear and to his cheeks. So a little bit of glue along the bottom of those earpieces, and that way you can then lift them up at the top just for added dimension, which you will see me doing a little bit later once it's all dry. So here's his little nose going on. First of all, I cut it from black, as you'll see at the top right there, but it looked too stark. It was far too bold for this pretty little Plaid rainbow fella. So I went to a brown instead for his eyes and nose and mouth, and I'm much happier with that more subtle look. Now back to my sponging and a little bit of spun sugar on his sweet little cheeks, and he looks absolutely gorgeous. He's such a happy little fellow. Who wouldn't love to receive a card with this sweet little friendly fox on the front? A little bit of glue to add the little furry bits to the bottom of his paws, and then the same thing to add the furry detail to the top of his tail, and then I'll be on to the sentiment and the action wobble. Nothing too difficult today, it's just a matter of piecing him all together, and he's very easy to make, lots of fun. Kids would love to make him too, they really would, in all different colours and patterns, I'm sure. So such a sweet little fellow. So here's the ears just being lifted up for some added dimension, which I mentioned I like to do. And I decided that since this was a birthday card, we'd give this little fellow a present. So I grabbed out this older MFT set, and there was a little present in there with a beautiful bow on the top. So I've picked out 3 colours of purple and 3 colours of green. They went fairly well with my plaid paper, and I'm using on the present here V17, 15 and 12. So there I am with the 15 at the moment, just blending out the 17. Thought I needed a bit more 17 along the bottom, blended out with the 15, and then all over with the 12, blending all of them together. That seems to always give me a nice smooth blend. And then on to the beautiful bow at the top, YG 7, 5 and 3. I added the 7 first, blended that out with the 5, and then added the little highlights to the tips of the bows or the ribbons with YG03. Fussy cutting the little present out. If only it was this quick in real life. It's a little bit laborious. And then once it's all cut, I like to get my black Tombow marker and go from the back all the way around the outside, just to give it that black border. And then I can just add some glue there in between his sweet little paws. One paw over the top of the present, the other one underneath, and there he goes. He's already off to the party. So I went looking then for a sentiment using some Catherine Pooler ink. I love this sentiment, you were born. I like that. One of my favourites from a recent MFT set. And here's my little action wobble. You've just got to peel the release paper off the adhesive backing there, and then stick it onto your little friendly fox, and then again peel off the release paper there to expose the adhesive, and stick him where you'd like him on your card front. And you just cannot resist wobbling this little fella. He is so sweet. Then it's just a matter of sticking my whole card front piece to my card front, adding some clear, pretty pink posh sequins, and my card is complete.